Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Here is Saloon Tycoon, the Ranch expansion. It's a pretty skinny little box. It's very nice. It has some great artwork on it. It's a thick box, too. It's a shame because I'm going to try to put everything into the core box when I'm done with this. I don't want to keep this box, but it's a nice looking one. So here's everything you get in the expansion. It looks like quite a bit. You're going to have a lot of horses and animals. You're going to have some storage boards that you're going to have, some new characters, some new pins to put those animals in, and some new boards for each of the player, and an instruction manual to help everybody out and learn the rules. It's going to be very important. It's going to have the components here, but no pictures of the components, which is a big bummer. It will tell you how to set everything up when you're going through. It's got numbers corresponding to everything. It includes the base stuff, so it tells you how to set it all up so you can have it all together. Then it's going to tell you through the phases of the game where things will change up and how to deal with the new things like the new character and the new animals, etc. And how to take care of all the tiles and new characters and how to score for what's in here. And then an example of a turn on the back. Excellent. Very good, especially when you're talking about new stuff that you're going to have here. This book is a 10. This is a very good rule book to have inside of this expansion material, especially since all of this is like added on. None of it's going to play exactly like the base game. So everybody's going to get one of these boards. They are double-sided, but that's just an aesthetic to it. And then you will get a little cowboy that will track your ranch points as you're going up. Each player will also take their ranch tile in their color, if I'm playing red, and they will have that. And they will put it right up here in their ranch house. So there's going to be eight new ranch tiles. 4 of them will be different. You're going to shuffle these up randomly, and then everybody's going to get 2 of these, and they will go face down in their player area. There's going to be a deck of new cards that will be shuffled in to their decks. You just kind of shuffle these in, and we'll get from variety. There's some secret claims, some open claims, and some new Tycoon cards. These just randomly get shuffled into their decks. What are we going to have? Productivity. We ain't going to stop till the sun goes down. Just additional ways to progress through the game. Open claims. You're going to have the different characters. This one says, have the theater and a ranch chance. Just different ways to kind of score as you're going through. Very easy to add these into the game. So Hawkeye Harriet will be the new person. Immediately goes to the first player to have 2 animals at their ranch. All animals will cost 1 more and sell for 1 less. So show a little bit of a hard time there. You're also going to get some new player aids that will be in here. These will be very useful. Then you're going to have the ranch hands. And when you set these up, you're going to set them so number 1 is on top, then 2, then 3, and finally 4. And these will be available. Now, go to the first player to build the bunkhouse, cannot be moved. You get 5 points. Next one will get 4, then 3, and then 2. So as you want to kind of race to build the bunkhouse to get the max amount of points. Now, everybody's going to start with 2 income instead of 1 because you're going to have the ranch house, and you'll have your starting building in the saloon. Everybody will get 12 of these ranch cubes to start the game, and that's set up. You're ready to go. So what's going to happen is at the beginning of the income phase, you're always going to get 1 ranch point. That's in addition to any gold that you can get, but you'll get 1 ranch point, only ever 1 during the income phase. Now, this version is going to give you 3 new actions. The first one is you can discard a Tycoon card on your turn as a free action, and that will give you 1 ranch point. If I wanted to get rid of 2, that's fine. I would get 2 ranch points. And as this ranch point goes up, the maximum amount you can have is 10, and the least you can have is 0. During the game, you also gain these horses, which are white, and the cows, which are black. You can always sell a cow for 2 gold and a horse for 3. That's another free action you have in case you need to generate some gold. The third thing you do is deal with your ranch over here, and you're going to use these ranch points that you're getting in order to buy different things. The first thing you can buy is a cow. That will cost you 3 ranch points or 4 for a horse. At the beginning of the game, you can always store 2 of those in here, but you'll also be able to get these pens that will let you hold more and more as the game progresses. If you want to get one of these will cost you 6 of your ranch points, and you'll be able to put those in right there. When you build this, you're going to be able to hold 2 animals in here. You will immediately get 1 income and 4 reputation points for building this. You can see it printed right there. You can also buy these water troughs, which if you get one, they go right here. They cost 5 ranch points. And they go right there inside of your pen. So when you have one of these, what they're going to do is they reduce the cost of buying new animals by 1 ranch point down to a minimum of 1. So these can be good to add into your locations and your animal pens and etc. You You can also purchase a bunkhouse tile. They can be purchased for 8 points. You can see it printed right here on the back. And when you build one of these, you immediately get whatever ranch hand is available if you haven't grabbed one yet. You will gain up 1 income, like you do for most buildings, and it's printed here on the board. It just goes there. It's already built. You won't build anything on top of it, and it gives you 5 reputation points. Now, when you're building the ranch house over here, which costs 10 to finish it off, you can only use these tiles that you have to do so, not the ones that come in the core box. These are specifically for your ranch house. You'll be building these up. You can also build the floors that you have here that you have built up, that you were randomly given at the beginning of the game, and that will build your ranch house up. Each one of these might give you a different power. For example, the workshop. You take and place up to 4 supply cubes. In this case, we have the planning room. You draw 2 secret claim cards, keep 1, discarding the other. So these will give you a little bit of bonus when you're building them. Now, you do have end-of-game scoring. You get a point for the cows, 2 for the horses. You're going to get 3 for the troughs, which is printed right on there. And you get 4 for the animal pins. The bunkhouse is 5. The ranch hands depends. So victory points will be printed on it, depending on which ones you're able to get. If you finish the ranch house, you get 7. Any unfinished is worth 3 points, and those are added to your reputation points. And then whoever has the most will be the winner of the game. Now, this adds a lot of new stuff, and this all is tacked on. So none of this really changes what you're doing on the other board. It gives you other options as you're going up on the ranch, and those are free actions for the most part. Now, there are some people that will give you animals and some ways to get those, and there's a Kickstarter expansion, the Tombstone expansion, that adds some stuff in that works with this also. I think if you're going to get this, you might as well go out and get the Tombstone expansion also, but it's an add-on. These are additional things that you're going to be doing. I would not recommend starting with this. I'd play with the base game quite a few times, get that, make sure people are comfortable with that, because this is an additional layer onto the game. That's a whole new mechanism, whole new things to value, whole new things to worry about the cost analysis of that. And you're trying to get the ranch hands, and what are you racing for? It gives you a whole wrinkle of things to start planning for. So I wouldn't start here, but this is a pretty good expansion, one I like, just as much as the base game. I don't play with it every single time, because with newer gamers or somebody I'm playing with the first time or I haven't played in a while, I like to play just the base game, but I'll quickly add this in. So pretty good expansion. Not 100% necessary, but if you played the base game enough and you're tired of it and you want something a little new, this will put some new life into it. So the ranch expansion is a win for us.